All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with whoever you wish. Now, I saw somebody making a post saying that Islam make a lot of sense. So I wanted to do a little comment about that. When a Muslim he says that Islam make a lot of sense, I can't tell. I mean, look, in the day of resurrection, Allah will display in front of us billions of women, and He will ask us, pick up whatever you wish. I mean, that make a lot of sense. Allah is a God who is a vendor of sex. He have a display and he will provide us with all the options of women. He will say, look, do you see all those millions and millions of women? Pick up whatever you wish. In the day of resurrection, he will be asked to choose any of the version of his liking. And I have to confess, Islam make a lot of sense. So if I pray to a God, if I believe in that God, then in the day of that God, he will have billions of women in front of me. He say, hey, Christian Prince, pick up whatever you wish. And then I will start picking up, and I will bring trucks after trucks after trucks, and I will shuffle them all to my house. I mean, that is really making a lot of sense. We cannot deny that. If you deny that, obviously you are suffering from mental issue. When a Muslim speak about Islam makes sense, does that include that in the heaven of Allah, the virgin, they will be cursing my wife in earth if she hurt me? The Prophet of Allah said, whenever a woman harm her husband, yeah, what will happen? Her husband in this world, without a do-right. You can harm your husband in a do-right. Okay. I thought only Muslim man can beat his wife. His wife among the houris, in the Jannah, she will say, you must not harm him. May Allah destroy you. So my wife in earth, she did something wrong with me. My wives in heaven, who I do not know them, they are just for sex, she will be cursing my wife. By the way, she is saying that to who, if nobody can hear her anyway? She's talking to herself in the mirror. And this wife now in the heaven, she is waiting there for thousands and thousands of years, waiting for me. I mean, when the judgment day will be? Muhammad, he died 1400 years ago. So a guy who his wife harmed him in the time of Muhammad, his wife until now, she is waiting for him after 1400 years in her room, and she is jailed. Remember, the Quran says that they will be restrained in their rooms and they cannot see anyone. Make a lot of sense. It makes sense that the first group they will enter heaven, Allah will make them very white. That makes sense. Not only that, in chapter 27 verse number 82, if you read the interpretation, you will see that Allah will make all the non-believers black and all the believers white. Even in the hadith in the Tirmidhi, Muhammad, he says Allah created the people who they are black to go to hell, and he created the white ones to go to heaven. And that makes sense. What a disgusting cult. The Prophet said the first batch of the people who will enter paradise will be eglatin, actually they will be shining from whiteness. And Muhammad here is saying that the first one is more shiny like a moon. Muhammad, he think the moon is more shiny than a star, as you see. This is what he think, that a star is not shiny like the moon. Read it. Then Muhammad, he promised us in the heaven that in this heaven we will have women who they are so white, because those Arab, and I am an Arab, we know they are obsessed with women who they are so white. So Muhammad, he knew what the Arab like, so he promised them women you can see through the marrow of their bones. As you see, you will see they are white to the point, beautiful, beautiful, transparent. What make them transparent? Because so white. You know, a very white person, you can see the vein under his skin. The more white you are, even we can see the blood. That is not a secret. So Muhammad saying to them, because they are so white, even to the point they are going to be transparent, to the point you can see the marrow of their bones being seen through the bones and the flesh. And if you think about it, that make a lot of sense. I mean, why not? All of us would like to have this. Who don't? Let us be honest. Who can resist this gift of God? We cannot. All of us, we want to have this. This is not something we can resist. It makes sense. It makes sense that Muhammad, he said that if the man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy, and if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. It makes sense that the reason you resemble your parent, a man or a woman, who of them comes first. It makes sense that Muhammad, he said that the sperm stay inside the women for 50 days. It makes sense. It makes sense that in the heaven of Allah we are going to be sitting in a couch. The translation here is throne. The fact it doesn't say throne, it say actually beds. We will be laying down in our beds, and those beds are ranks together. And we will make them have sex with females who they are very white. Makes sense. It makes sense that the God of Islam, he teach us that women are less than us, and therefore we are in charge because we spend money from our property on them. Therefore it is right for us to beat them if they disobey us. You know what? In America, if you beat a dog, you go to jail. Does it make sense to you that American giving more right to women, oh sorry, to dogs more than right to women in Islam? Men are protectors of and maintainers of women because Allah made one of them excel on the others, and because they spend their money to support them. So I spend money on you, I own you. You are my slave. From their means, therefore, righteous women is the one devoted, obedient to Allah and their husband, and guard husband abstinence what Allah ordered them to guard. Okay, as those women whose part you see ill conduct. Now here the Muslim, by the way, they might say to you, what if your wife is a cheating? A woman, she is a cheating in Islam. If she is married, the punishment is a stoning. This is not about a cheating. Stop lying. And you can go and open any interpretation. You will see this is about a woman. You fear that she is maybe disobeying you. Like you say to her, make some tea for me, and she say, okay. Sound like she is not really excited to do it for you. Then you beat her. Admonish them. And look, the Muslim try to make it nice. They say first, they say next, they say third. It's a big fat lie. And then they add lightly. What a big fat lie. Nowhere in the Quran it says lightly. Actually, Muhammad, a woman, she came to him. Her husband, he did beat her until her skin became greener than her clothing. What Muhammad did? He took the side of the man against her, and actually he gave him this verse. If you change the translation of the verse right away, and I'm talking about translation between two Muslims, look what happened. All the first, the second, the third disappear, and all the lightly disappear, and we have here what? Scourge them. And it makes sense that Muhammad married Aisha at the age of 6, and the Muslim, they say she was mature. That make a lot of sense. I heard that Aisha, she was dating at the age of 4. Some they say that Aisha, she was joining Facebook at the age of 2, and she was flirting with men at the age of 2 and 1 day. It makes sense. It makes sense that a person who is 54 years old, he have a sexual desire to a child like Habiba, which was an infant. It makes sense. It makes sense that Muhammad, he said that in the heaven of Allah, Allah will give us a lot of women for sex, and not only that, our private part will never go soft. That make a lot of sense. It makes sense that Allah will import from the heaven hookers. Allah will import 70 from the inheritance from the people of hell. What is the qualification of those 70? They have a desirable front passages. I mean, come on, that make a lot of sense. They have nice boobs, nice, nice bum. I mean, come on. I'm not going to give you details. Allah will import from the hookers. This is why they are people of hell, because they are professional in sex. He will take them from hell and he will send them to you. He say, hey, Abdul, brother, Osama bin Laden, those are your gift from me. I took them from hell for you. They are very good in bed. And all of them, they have a very desirable front passages. In the top of that, it makes sense. Allah, He promised us, you will have a male member that will never become flaccid. Imagine you are buying, you own a four-wheel drive and Jeep, and then you have four tires who they are flat. That's not good. Allah will provide you with the private part. I'm just trying to be polite, not to use that word. And your private part will be like boing all the time. You will never be disappointed. And here between two brackets, the Muslims, they are trying to help us to understand, if in case we are slow, i.e. soft and limp. Thank you, Allah. I was worried to go to heaven, and then I got a private part which is soft and limp, and yet there's hundreds of women, they want to jump on me. What I will do then? That's very embarrassing. What? Tell them come tomorrow? Tell them I'm busy with the internet? What excuse I will do? I have 80,000 little boys serving me. Food is ready, and I am doing nothing in heaven. And now they want to sleep with me, but yet this guy is not working. So my friend, we have to agree that Islam make a lot of sense. I want to say thank you for being here, guys. Please don't forget to download this video, share it around. Don't share the link, download the video.